Hey, what's going on with you guys, man? I just finished listening to this Fred interview with Bob Arum on Barbershop's Conversation. I'm gonna definitely put the link in the description below. We really have to talk about what you see in the titles, right? Man, we're not getting Haney versus Teofimo Lopez in 2022. Both of these guys fight within a week of each other, a week or two. Teofimo's fight is this Saturday, November 27th. And I think Haney's fight, yeah, so it's a week. I think Haney's fight is the 5th, if I'm not mistaken. So we got their fight within a week of each other, and I think Eddie Hearn set that up beautifully, right? So if you guys understood, we all he kind I think Eddie Hearn had an idea that the trailer situation with Teofimo was gonna work out, and that's why he kept reserving his day for Devin Haney's fight to be December 5th and everything like that. They was looking for the second week of December. And when the rights fell out of Triller's hands with Teofimo Lopez and George Kambosos, I think he's like, you know what? I got a day open. Let me squeeze to the 27th, because right after Teofimo fights, we're not gonna put him to fight after Haney. So in case Haney has a good victory over Jojo Diaz, we don't want Teofimo to steal a shine with maybe like a highlight knockout of Kambosos, right? We're gonna put it a week before Haney's instead. So if he has a good performance, right after that, Haney's gonna have a good performance against Jojo Diaz, and then the call out is gonna seem like it's gonna be set up, right? But honestly, I just don't think, like, if you got, I'm gonna play some audio from the interview, um, but this is the main reason why I don't see it happening, right? And we've heard plenty of times Devin Haney keeps pushing for the fight to be on the zone. Tiafimo's like, what happened to the meeting with Bob, talking about ESPN and Top Rank. So I think it's a little bit of the Sasa Street. Devin Haney's like, why do it up? Why do it on Top Rank when we can get more money with the zone? But in the situation Tiafimo's in, he just renewed. He just read up on his contract with Top Rank. So they're definitely not gonna let him, a guy who's quote unquote undisputed. Now I respect him as undisputed, honestly, because when Loma won that WBC, that vacant WBC belt with Luke Campbell, he had the WBO, he had the WBC, and he had the IBF already, right? So I mean, not the IBF. He had the WBC, the WBA, and the WBO, right? So at all in this all happened within a month span, right? Devin Haney was never called to be the mandatory, so it never really took away from it, right? I can show. No, do I want to get into the dates? Let's get into the dates, man. Let's do it, bro. Devin Haney, right? He won his interim belt. We're gonna get into that. Devin box rec. I wasn't gonna go down the rabbit hole, cause I kind of want this video to be short. But you know what? We're gonna go down the rabbit hole, right? So, Devin Haney, his first defense of his WBC interim world light title came on September 13th, 2009. Yeah, September 13th, 2019, right? Oh no, pause. That's not even the first one. Well, that's the first one. See? Yeah, that's the no, pause. That's not even it. The first one is with Abdulayev. I remember that fight. And then he defended it against Alfredo Santiago. So that's basically November 9th. Let's see when Lomachenko fought that year. And mind you, he was never called to be mandatory. Um Tiafimo fought, where's it at? I'm looking for it right now. I'm on Loma's actually. I'm on Loma. Luke Campbell, he fought Luke Campbell August 31st. August 31st, right? So he already fought. He had the WBO at that time, the WBA. He just won the WBC. Mind you, this is August 31st. Devin Haney fought in, I think we just said it, November. So if he wasn't called to be the mandatory, and now we're gonna get on Tiafimo. Teofimo fought Richard Comey. Oh, he fought him December 14th. So he fought him a whole month after Devin Haney had his fight. And that was a whole what, September, November. He fought him a whole 3 months after 4 months after Lomachenko won that WBC, and Devin Haney still wasn't called to be in the mandatory. So at one point, yes, he did get the franchise. He was never called to be a mandatory. The Lomachenko fight and the Teofimo fight was going to happen regardless, right? He still wasn't called to be a mandatory. Uh, it was going to be for undisputed. I mean, he did drop the belt per se. You know, they elevated him, quote unquote. But I still respect it, man, because it's not like they went a whole year within between fights. That fight, all three of those guys fought within a 4 month span, and then the next fight between Lomachenko and Teofimo was for all the belts, right? So it's not like they had fights in between or anything like that. So I still kind of respected it. But with all that being said, I went on a tangent. Let's get into this this quote from Bob Arum on the Teofimo situation, right? And this is why I'm correlating to Devin Haney. You're gonna hear why.
I totally get that. Uh, do you think that Tiafimo is going to play the mandatory game and
No, he's not going to play the man.
He was about to say with
We
Teofimo.
have an understanding with Teofimo. We have a new 2-year contract. And after this fight, we're going to get him the best possible opponent where he can make the most possible money.
And quote unquote. Now, I played that for you guys to let you know, right? He was about to say, do you think he's going to play the mandatory game with Devin Haney? Because we all been seeing the back and forth with these guys. And I think Mauricio Suleiman has said something that Devin Haney could possibly petition for the WC franchise belt. I don't understand that because how can you petition for a belt you can't win in the ring, right? But I mean, they change the rules all the time. Teofimo just won the WBC franchise belt from Lomachenko, right? So they showed you can transfer it. It's being weird. And then you also have the situation where the actual designation of the franchise belt, WBC franchise belt, it gives you it act like this has been stated. This is in the actual rules. You guys got to go look it up. The WBC franchise holder can fight. That's pretty much like being champion in recess. If you got the WBC franchise belt, you can petition to fight the champion at any time, and you're most likely going to be granted though. And you're most likely going to be granted to fight the champion of the regular belt, right? So, he pretty much said he shut that shit down, and we all know Devin Haney. I don't see Devin Haney leaving the zone, right? If he got paid $3 million to fight Linares, they're paying him real handsomely. I can't see him being, you know what, I'm gonna go to Top Rank. These guys gonna offer the pot between me and the Teofimo is gonna probably be like 4 million. They probably both of them get two apiece, 2.5 maybe if that. And I don't even know if it's really big enough for those guys to make that. But I mean, it would be a good fight. But I don't know if that's a fight that the casuals would be on. I don't know where they would hold that at. Would that be a Vegas fight in New York? Fight in New York, you know. It'll be a lot of things to work out, right? But I just don't think that's a big enough a revenue type of fight, right? So I don't think this happens. I just really want to do this video, and I'm kind of tired, right? It's 6:52 in the a.m. I was half asleep. I woke up on some nonsense. Uh, and I just want to drop this video real quick to let you guys know that the fight's not happening in 2022. If it does happen, it'll probably happen down the line when Teofimo goes up to 140, and if he possibly beats Josh Taylor for undisputed. If Josh Taylor doesn't go up and fight Crawford, then I'm pretty sure Devin Haney will move up and challenge to be the WBC mandatory, which will be, obligation to Teofimo to either drop it or fight him, right? And we'll see what happens from there. But that's definitely not happening in 2022. But with that being said, man, I'm gonna check out of here. It's definitely too early for me to be up, especially on the 2 hours of sleep that I just had. So I'm a dip, man. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, comment, do all that good stuff, man. Hit the bell on notifications so you're notified every time I drop a video. Peace.